here's a few thoughts about what I call working at heights. Top fret, beyond the top fret. For the moment, I'm not going to think any higher than a top C. And I think the most important question when you're looking for notes up here is not where do I find a top C, sort of a few inches-ish off the top fret. The question is, where do I find the top fret? Because if you've got that, you know where your C is. If you've got your second finger on the top fret, you know where to find a B. You know where to find a B flat. So the question is not really, where do I put the finger for the highest note that I'm heading for? I think the shift, the thing that you need to note, the platform you need to find on the way up, is your top fret. If you need to play higher than a C, then we've got additional problems and things to think about. But in order to reach anything up to and including a top C, the thing you need to be concerned about is your top fret. So we're just going to practice finding that fret with an assortment of different fingers from an assortment of different starting places. So we're going to play a G major scale, starting on the E string, just an ordinary 1 octave, ascending G major scale. So far so good. Where's the top fret? I'm going to play the top fret with a 4th finger after every note. So here's the first G of the scale, and then the top fret. And the open A string, I know it's an open string and you could stay up there, but for the sake of this exercise, can you come back as though you were going to play in first position? Top fret, B, top fret. Open string, but come back anyway. Now I'm conscious the shifts are slightly ridiculous because in real life you would probably find a more sensible way of not needing to leap from old G down here to that. You'd find another route. You'd arrange to have a 1 here and be kind of halfway up. But for the sake of the learning where that top fret is, I think it's a useful exercise. So each time, top fret in between, even when it's an open string, bring your left hand back. So you're just practicing 100% accurate strike rate with your 4th finger on the top fret. Here we go. Ready? And G, top fret. A string, top fret. B, C, open D, E, F sharp, G. This is really ridiculous, but it's good practice. If you're feeling so inclined, you could work your way down as well. If you're feeling really adventurous, you could start your scale an octave lower. Just repeating that spotting and positioning of the top fret. Let's do that once more. We won't start an octave lower unless you're feeling particularly brave. Here we go. Ready, and so that's found the top fret. Useful. Doesn't help with any of the notes up here though, does it? So let's go now, exactly the same thing, but we'll find the top fret with a 3 instead of a 4. So we're effectively gaining a B flat. Same scale. Ready? And 3 on the top. idea. Again, start an octave lower if you fancy, do the scale in reverse if you fancy. And then, guess what? 2 on the top. So now we've got a B if we want it. And we know where it is because we've got a 2 on the top fret. So the whole thing again, but this time top fret with your second finger. Here we go. Ready? And... and you guessed it, final one, top fret, first finger, which finds us a C. So if you see that coming up, what you're thinking is not, oh my word, there's a C coming. You're thinking, oh, first finger, top fret. Oh look, there's my C. So the shift we're actually needing is to the top fret. So same thing, G major scale, top fret with a 1. Ready, and... down just for fun to E, C, B, and a G. So from any number of frets and fingers down here, you're practicing finding that top fret with 100% accuracy of strike rate.